In the previous lecture, we were discussing how we can use these operators such as AND operator, or something like a NOT operator. Just place the NOT there. It's going to evaluate to true or not true. I mean, true or not false, and that becomes true or true, which is going to be true. We place it here. The overall evaluation was false. However, if we place the NOT operator here, this becomes true, overall becomes true as well. But if you think about real code in your programs, you're not going to be saying true and false, these sorts of things. You're going to be replacing it with some sort of a condition which evaluates to either true, false, those sorts of things. And you'll be using not with Boolean types of variables that you have. The core of programming is going to be with the variables that we have. And in throughout our code, oftentimes what happens is we set variables to some value, and we'll be checking these variables for whether they have reached a certain value. Say we have some sort of a loop and we want to stop at 20. We're going to say var is equal to 0, and we're going to increment var by 1, and when it reaches 20 we stop execution. But how do you check whether we have reached 20 or whether we have made sure that a certain condition is true? Well, we use some sort of comparison operators. And the comparison operators are as follows. Say we do 10 equals 10, that's true. If we do 100 equals 10 raised to 2, it's also true, since whatever evaluation is going to happen is going to be first of the parentheses, which becomes 100, and 100 is indeed equal to 100. Then we can do 100 greater than 90, true, 100 less than 90, false, and we can also do our greater than or equal to comparisons. So 90 less than or equal to 90, true, 90 greater than or equal to 90 is going to be true as well. So those are the simple substitutions we can make for these values here. And since we're talking about that, let's go ahead and do that itself. Let's define a variable. Say variable is equal to 0. I'm going to add the variable a couple of times. We'll do variable is equal to var plus 1. Let's copy this statement a couple of times and paste it again. And then we're going to do a checking here. And we'll put here, we'll say var less than 10. Place it in parentheses, or var equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or var equals 5, and see the output. The first one obviously evaluates to false. However, the second one evaluates to true, and the OR is now going to evaluate the whole function to true, since one of these is true. Now, with that, we can end this topic of working with simple operators in R. And if you've gotten bored of the simple stuff in R, don't worry about it. We'll be moving on to data structures, which are a lot more interesting and more fun than these basic operators such as mathematical operators, logical operators, and conditional operators. So with that, let's move on to the last topic in this first introduction section, which is going to be getting some sort of help with that you might need with your functions, and how you can access that help quite simply through the RStudio that we have.